All right, Ala Jabal, final seven. You made your way out of hell. Nicole, congratulations. You won immunity. Literally split seconds with a clean enough tongue before Carlos opened his mouth to show us his. It was so close. Like I couldn't even tell. Everything happened so quickly. I had to literally stop, call my production team, and look at the replay. Look at the replay. It was intense. Did you think that you had it in you to survive the madness that I put forth to my castaways?
No, I all day I was like dreading this. Um, I could not even look at eggs. But then we started doing the vinegar shots, and it kind of tasted good. The oil shot tasted really good. I licked the spoon. It was a lot better than I expected.
Carlos, so
What's
close.
up?
So close. Did you overcome some fears in terms of, because like you didn't even want to eat the first egg. You thought you had to eat the shell.
Yeah, well, I'm a really picky eater, but when your back's against the wall, like, you do anything, I guess.
You won the last immunity challenge. How do you feel now?
Vulnerable. I mean, I thought I had won it because I thought I had a clear mouth way before her, but I mean, that's out of my hands now. So I do feel vulnerable.
Desiree, hi.
Hello?
Hi,
Hello?
Miss Desiree.
Hi.
How are you?
A little bit better.
A little bit bitter or better?
Better.
Bitter about what?
Oh, better. Sorry.
Oh, better about, oh, better than what?
Better that this challenge is over.
You you were really steady with the hand. You had the dance moves down. What was it about the tree?
It was not finding the right footing, and I am physically inept as fuck. So, did you think I was going to stand in a tree pose for that length of time?
It was so funny though because you and Carlos going ham dancing, thinking that I'm gonna crown a winner to this dance competition, and I'm like freeze, tree pose, and you're both are like fuck. It's like you're like the atoms in your body were still going 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, yeah. No, that was exactly it.
Okay, so you're no longer the princess.
Nope.
You're vulnerable tonight. You've had advice from past winners of the game. What have you done to make sure that you're not the one leaving tonight?
Well, I've come up with a plan to make sure that it's not me, and to make sure that I stick with that plan, and hopefully it won't be me tonight.
All right,
If the plan goes according.
all right, that was a bold statement. I came up with a plan. So is this if it goes according to plan, is this your ingenious plan?
I hope so.
I hope so. Anybody sitting here want to fork up to they're the ones who have a plan and their plan is going down tonight, or is everybody just going to sit back at the final seven and let Desiree say her plan's the one that's going down?
I have a plan.
What's your plan, Jay?
My plan is, like straight up, Kate, vets plus Kate, LOL. You're obviously the one on the outside, right? Straight up. But, like, dude, no one's gonna respect a game of someone who's just latching onto veterans. So this is time right now, straight up.
Do you think bullying someone makes them
How
feel
is
like
this
they know
bullying?
what to
Dude,
do?
how is that even bullying, dude?
Because you just
You-
insulted her. You said her game
No,
sucked.
that's straight up facts, though. Who
I mean,
you want to be
he's
scary or do you
entitled
want
to
to...
his own opinion and he can kind of say whatever he wants. You know, he saw that chat on the stream and it's been around for a long time. Um, so it's kind of whatever, you know.
No, I'm not even I'm not even trying to offend you or anything right now. I'm just saying, like, all right, it's gonna be them and them four and you at the end. No one's gonna respect as a jury, like straight up. This can be a move for
All
you.
right,
You
Jay.
can do.
Jay, let me just detail a little bit about what you're saying. You said no one's going to respect, etc., etc. Let's rephrase it to you. I want to know how you feel about Kate's gameplay. If you're on the jury, how are you going to feel? Let's let that what serves more purpose here, Tribal Council.
Well, straight up, like I would just think of you as a Sherry. And it's like it'll help you get to the end, but no one's gonna vote for you to win. Like me and Carlos
And
went down the
is
outside.
Sherry from Survivor Fans versus Favorites 2, just to get my
Yeah.
comparison down?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you
But-
seen that season, Kate?
Jay, no, I haven't. But Jay, you think you're gonna win over Carlos when you've kind of ridden his coattails the whole time?
That's your opinion. I think I could beat him. I will make a
Like
case at the end.
you haven't won an individual immunity. Carlos has won and kind of kept you safe when he needed to. Like, what game have you played?
I've played. I'll prove it at the end. What will you prove? I can prove I've done a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Carlos can attest to that. The only statement you can make, I rode the jury to the end. I rode the veterans to the end. And I'm telling you, the opportunity is there. We can make a move right now.
Has anybody
Yeah,
seen
you-
Survivor Fans versus Favorites? Because I like that analogy. Has anybody seen Survivor Fans versus Favorites too?
Yeah, I have.
did.
You did? You have? Nicole, have you?
Wait, which one? Is that the one with Malcolm and Denise?
No.
Reynolds and Eddie
With
too.
Sherry, right?
Reynolds, Eddie, Cochran, Dawn. Okay. So, what do you think about that analogy of Kate being Sherry in her position right now? Do you agree with that? Do you not agree with it? Why? Why not?
Me?
Yeah, you, Kate. I mean, you, Nicole. Sorry.
I don't agree with it. I can't really think of what happened that season completely.
All right, you're a bad person.
Oh no, I remember. No,
Me.
I don't think so because it's different. She's playing her own game. She had connections with Carlos and Jay, and she's choosing what she wants to do, with her game.
Now, Kate, do you think this what's the word I'm looking for? Attitude from Jay has to do with the difference in position, yours compared to his at this very moment?
I don't know. I mean, Jay and I have, had very different social, not necessarily strategies, but, we've been very different socially when it comes to kind of tribal and group interactions. He's been very outspoken, and I've been a lot more quiet. So
Why do you think he's Kate, make a move. You're not doing nothing. You ain't gonna win the game. Why do you think he's coming at you from this angle when no one else is? Like the majority of the other people on this tribe are not. Why do you think he is?
I think he's just trying to, get his way and rile me up and make me feel a certain way and manipulate my feelings. But, I have my own opinion, I think, for myself, and, I'm going to do whatever I think is best for my game, and he's not supposed to know the intricacies of that.
Heard.
That's Survivor.
Jay, if you were able to make Kate's decision tonight, what would you urge her to do?
Obviously it's biased. I know I would be like, help save me. Obviously that's biased, but tell me I'm wrong. Like, would it not help you either? Like, I'm not after you. Carlos is not after you. What's the point of you going? What's the point of you voting one of us out? So it's helping me. Obviously I'm biased. I'm desperate too. Obviously I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just saying like it's not gonna hurt you either keeping us.
Carlos, you wanted to jump in a few times. Say what you wanted to say when you wanted to jump in, and then I have a question for you, sir.
Oh, I was gonna talk about the fan versus favorite type of correlation or whatever reference Jay was talking about. I mean, in a way I do see it. I think that Kate is a very underrated player in this game, and if anybody in this game right now is gonna come out and say I think Kate should win, they're lying right now because they do underestimate her, and I underestimated her for a certain point of the game because nobody really sees all the work that she puts in, like nobody saw all the work that this Sherry girl put in. So it's the same thing.
But you're saying she put work in, right?
Right, but nobody acknowledges. Just like Sherry didn't win, but nobody else. I'm saying that it's true because when it comes to the jury, how many votes did Sherry get? 0.
Carlos, so you go from being big man on campus, the king of all of Jabal tribe. You hold your own impromptu tribal council. You send Dylan out of here. All right? So you go from being powerful, sending someone out of this game, and now we're at the final 7. How was that quick difference and change of position for you?
Oh, well, last week there was just one vote. It was me. So the only vote I literally had to worry about was myself. This week you need 4 to be a majority. So if you don't have those 4 numbers, then you're not like you have 1 in 3 chances of going home. And I think I have 1 in 3 chances of going home, and it sucks because I really fought my hardest in that competition, and I ate things that I never thought I would.
Now, since you did, by sending Dylan home, you directly kept other people safe. You could have sent Ricky home, you could have sent Nicole, could have sent Mandy, could have sent Kate, you could have sent Jay. Have you said or spoken or strategized with any of them in terms of, hey, can you return the favor? Reciprocity?
I mean, I guess, yeah, I've hinted to some people, like, look, you know what, I could have taken you out. Everybody, like, especially Ricky, I said, look, everybody was expecting me to take you out. Everybody would have been happy to take you out because everybody's seeing you as a wall right in front of them. So I would appreciate it if you don't take me out. But, you know, it's a game, and I understand the move if they're doing it tonight.
Ricky, where do you stand on what Carlos just said?
I mean, I actually really like Carlos. I think him and I have had a really good merge relationship in comparison to a pre-merge relationship that wasn't so positive.
Every challenge you guys are going in.
I have nothing but respect for him, but at the end of the day, like, I'm not an idiot, and I see a huge competitor who has kicked my ass. And I never thought he was going to kick my ass. He went from the bottom to the top, from the bottom to the top. He is amazing. He's good, and I have nothing bad to say about you. You scare me.
Carlos, any regrets in that Ricky didn't say, hey, I'm going to return the favor?
Oh, no, you know, I think that I would have been in the same position had I sent him home and didn't win immunity. I think if I'm going today, I was going to go today anyways. And, you know, I just played the game I could.
Now, Nicole, your
Yes.
boyfriend, no longer in this game. How did it feel when I finally snuffed his torch on day 32?
It was hard. It was very hard. Like, I made a very angry confessional. I cried a lot. But it was expected, you know. I was surprised we made it. I said once that we made it longer dating in this game than we did showmancing in Japan. So it was definitely, I was impressed with how far we were able to get. But I wasn't shocked that it happened, but still, it was still really hard. And
Do you think there's anything you could have done differently the last round, other than win the challenge, to keep you and Dylan safe? Because I know that's your ideal thing, getting as far as you can with your boyfriend, right?
What? What did you say?
I said your ideal situation in this game always was to get as far as you can with Dylan, right?
Yeah.
So, would you have done do you think now, looking back, is there anything you would have done or you could have done differently other than winning the challenge to keep you both safe?
There might have been, but I really think that when it gets down to lower numbers, we become that automatic target just because we're dating. We're always gonna be close. So possibly, but I really doubt it. If we got farther, it might have been one round. I don't know. I couldn't see us going much farther than that.
All right, you just said you were pretty much targeted because you guys had the closest relationship in the game remaining. Now you're by yourself. No Dill-Ho, no Dylan. Does that make you feel a little bit like less angst and less stressed? Like, oh, maybe I'm not the biggest, like, public enemy number one, and maybe I have a chance to make it a few days without being a target.
Yeah, initially I was like kind of almost relieved because the whole time I wasn't just thinking about my safety, I was thinking about Dylan. So it was kind of like a weight off my shoulder in a way. even though it sucked. But then again, you're like, well, crap, I just lost someone who was always going to be loyal to me. So while it is great, it's not amazing because I lost a number, so I don't feel safer in any way,
Now,
really.
lastly, what are you going to do to win this for him?
I don't know. I had to pull out some new strategies because this is always when my game starts going to the crapper. So right now I've just kind of been thinking in my head, how can I get farther? How can I make it to that final tribal? I've never been there yet, so I definitely need to think more about it and figure out what to do because right now I'm still thinking. So.
Gotcha. So Mandy, you're muted. Hi.
I'm here. Hi.
Hey. Okay, so you made it to this part last time you played the game. You made it to the final 7. And it was around this time where you were one of the only veterans remaining in the game. The jury started to be stacked with veterans, and you were that one who outlasted them all. At the final 4, you became a target because nobody wanted to get a veteran in the finals because they get all the veterans' votes, or so they assumed. Now, Carlos and Jay on the outside. Kate's good with all the vets. It's kind of like a role reversal. You are now in a game stacked with vets. If a noob goes home tonight and there's 2 remaining at the final 6, how threatening do you now see the position that you were in last time? Does that, the fact that there's only 2 newer players on a jury full of newer players, does that become like, do you see it in a different perspective at all?
I mean, I still feel like I'm a huge target because I made it pretty far both times that I played. So I don't ever feel like I'm safe unless I win immunity, and let's be honest, I don't win individual immunity. So
All right, so let's get down to my question though. Last time you played, Mandy, you were voted out because you found yourself to be the last veteran in the game.
right.
All right? You didn't make the finals because people were like, she was the last veteran standing. We're not letting her in the finals. I don't care how she played, if it was good or bad. The story of being the last person in finals, the last veteran in the game, we're not giving her that opportunity. Now, you are role reversal. You are a veteran. The majority of veterans are in the game. Does that make you threatened by the newer players?
Yeah,
Meaning, if Carlos survives, Kate survives, or Jay survives.
Yeah, I mean, I do still feel threatened, regardless of whether or not there's more vets in here. You never know who you can trust at this point.
So the relationship, the reason why you were targeted in Botswana, that does not matter here to you at all.
Well, the reason why I was targeted in Botswana is because they thought that I was going to win, and
Yeah, because you were the last veteran in the game.
but at the same time, like I was very tight with the rookies. So
My question to you, Mandy, is, are you threatened by a status of somebody who is on an island by themselves, okay? If let's just imagine Jay is the last rookie in this game and there's 5 vets. Does that make you scared of Jay?
yes, it does.
That's all I wanted to know.
Yes.
Why?
Because him and the other like noobs are strong competitors in this game.
Can I chime in for something too?
Yeah.
With Jay, he has a thing attached to him that makes it the farther he goes, the better he succeeds. He has a vote that Desiree can't put on him. So
Do you
it's
think
like
do you think that's helped him, Ricky?
what?
Do you think that's helped him get to this point, the fact that Desiree, this entire marriage, has not been able to cast a vote for him?
I think so.
What about you, Ricky?
I definitely agree.
Why?
Because as it gets smaller, if say Vets plus Kate, you guys saw the screen cap. Sandy put it on the thing by accident. You guys saw it. So that means there's 2 against 5. Ultimately, as the numbers dwindle, if we can't keep it together, Jace can kind of keep himself afloat.
As Kathy from Marquesas in All Stars once pleaded to the Shapira, 7 is probably the last time you can make a big move in this game. Put it on your resume.
Word is born, fam.
And yeah, really earn that title of Soul Survivor. Ricky, Nicole, Mandy, Kate, Jay, Desiree, Carlos.
And getting someone that has been at the bottom of this game is not a big move.
That's not a big move, fam. That's not a big
Time
move.
to vote.
Come on, guys, do the right decision. Come on, please. I'm desperate.
Everybody message me on Skype right now. Once the votes are ready, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Ricky. Second vote, Carlos. We're at 1 vote for Ricky, 1 vote for Carlos. Ricky. Carlos. 2 votes Carlos, 2 votes Ricky. Carlos. Sixteenth person voted out of the game. Next member of our jury. Carlos.
Keep it strong, guys. I'm waiting for the best.
Yo, best player this season. Come on.
Carlos, the tribe has spoken.
Damn. Fakes.
All right. You guys can head
That's
back
why
to camp.
Jay's next. Like,
Tomorrow we have Final 6 challenge. Once that Final 6 challenge is gone, we are going to assign your roles for Wonder Girls. You guys will have up until, we'll talk about it tomorrow, but get ready for Wonder Girls. And tomorrow, iSurvivor game show night. Get ready.